Well, everybody, this is Gary. Today is October 31st, 2021. It's 2:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States in Rochester, New York. And this is my coping with schizophrenia blog entry for today. I'm doing better today than I did yesterday. Still a little nervous, still a little agitated. But like I said in my video yesterday, I went to the psychiatric emergency room yesterday morning, spent a few hours there. I was like really agitated, hallucinating, hearing voices telling me to kill myself, and my paranoia was really bad. I was upset also by seeing cockroaches in my apartment. I sprayed a lot of bug spray, and I wasn't sure if I accidentally poisoned myself with it. So I went to the hospital both for a medical evaluation and a psychiatric evaluation. But I'm doing better today. Earlier, I took my noon meds, and I took a Klonopin, 0.5 milligram, and also some Zyprexa to control my paranoia and my hallucinations. I'm doing better today than I was yesterday or the couple of days before that. Didn't get much sleep last night. I went to bed around 9 o'clock, got up around 1:30, and I've been up ever since. I have an irrational fear of cockroaches, and every time I see one, it just really makes me upset. And I'm not hallucinating them. I don't have visual hallucinations. That's not part of my schizophrenia. I've never had visual hallucinations outside of drug use. But today, my auditory hallucinations are not that bad. I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my other videos or not, but I've gone back to meditating. Nothing deep or spiritual. I'm not a spiritual person. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in anything supernatural, whether that's in Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism. There are supernatural elements to Buddhism. I don't believe in those things, but I do listen to some Buddhist teachers on YouTube just to see what they have to say about certain subjects. Some of them are very practical. In a lot of ways, Buddhism is like a form of psychology. If you ignore all the supernatural stuff about demons and angels and nirvana and rebirth and reincarnation and all the rest of that stuff. There's a lot of different types of different meditation available on YouTube. Some is Buddhist, some is self-hypnotism, some of it is just relaxation videos. There's one channel I like to listen to that plays nothing but the sounds of a tropical rainstorm 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's a couple of channels like that. It depends on what I'm in the mood to listen to when I'm meditating. Sometimes I'll just listen to the rain. One of my favorite YouTube relaxation channels is Michael Sealey, Sealey. And no, he's not paying me to say that. I just think he's really good at his meditation videos. I did one of his videos earlier today. He has a very soothing, relaxing voice, and it's helps calm me down. He goes through different types of relaxation techniques, different types of relaxing words, relaxing visualizations, like a forest or a calm lake or a sunny sunset. YouTubers. I just lost my connection. Anyways, I think I just lost my connection temporarily. But anyways, like I was saying, was listening to Michael Sealey meditation videos earlier today. One of his videos, anyways. He's got a very calming voice. And another YouTuber I like to meditate to is Jason Stevenson. I believe he's from Australia. He has a very soothing voice, and he has various types of meditation techniques. And there's other videos that I like to listen to. Like I said, it depends on what I'm willing to listen to at the moment. The channel that has nothing but rain sounds 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sometimes I don't feel like listening to another person's voice, and I'll just listen to the rain fall through the earphones. And also listening to music or meditation through my earphones helps drown out the voices that I hear, especially when the voices are weaker and under more baseline control. Um, I'll listen to anything from hard rock sometimes to softer music. I grew up in the 1980s, and a lot of the music I listened to was heavy metal, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, if AC/DC is even considered heavy metal. But I also listen to softer, more comfortable music from the 1980s, love songs, that kind of thing. I remember growing up in the 1970s, I listened to a lot of disco, the Bee Gees, things like that. Um, but, um, Overall, I'm doing better today than I was yesterday. I'll take my night meds around 8 o'clock and see if I can get some sleep. I have an appointment with my crisis therapist on Tuesday, I believe at 2:45 p.m. I'll take the bus out to the clinic and talk to her about all that's happened over the past 3 or 4 days. Because I didn't just go to the psychiatric emergency room. I think it was Thursday or Friday. I went to the medical emergency room because I was having chest pains, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a heart attack. I just recently quit smoking. I used to smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and now I'm using nicotine lozenges. And I don't know if I had damaged my heart or not, or my lungs, but they did a chest x-ray. My lungs look clear. There is some damage to my lungs from smoking. It's irreversible, but I'm still breathing okay. My lungs are healthy enough to breathe, and smoking cigarettes would just cause even more damage. I saw my cardiologist a few months back, and we did a treadmill stress test and a ultrasound of my heart right after the stress test. It looks like my heart is pretty strong, and I don't want to damage further by smoking cigarettes. Um, 80% of all schizophrenics smoke tobacco or use some other kind of tobacco, but usually smoke cigarettes. Um, it's one of the reasons that on average schizophrenics have a 20-year lifespan, a 20-year less average lifespan than the average general public. There's a lot of reasons for that. Smoking is only one of them. High suicide rate, homelessness, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, um, being victimized in crime. Schizophrenics tend to be disproportionately victims of violent crimes because they're often homeless and easily taken advantage of, especially if they're involved in buying drugs and using drugs. Um, the average lifespan of a schizophrenic is 20 years less than the average population. I was watching a video on schizophrenia on, I believe it's Medline. It's a YouTube channel. A lot of schizophrenics smoke cigarettes, and how a lot of schizophrenics are, on average, more victims of violent crime than the general population. Again, that's because they might be using drugs, buying drugs, using drugs, getting involved with drug dealers, that kind of thing. Um, there's all kinds of reasons why schizophrenics have a lifespan that's 20 years less in average than the general person. Um, some people are confused when I say that I have schizophrenia, and I also say I have schizoaffective disorder. Well, technically, I do have both because schizoaffective disorder is on what's called the schizophrenia spectrum in the fifth edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of the American Psychiatric Association. So technically, if I have schizoaffective disorder, I have schizophrenia. It's just easier for me to use the word schizophrenia, and I do have all the symptoms of schizophrenia: hallucinations, delusions, paranoia, disorganized thinking, agitation, Negative symptoms like depression, apathy, lack of enjoyment of life, spending a lot of time alone, flat emotional effect, that kind of thing. But I certainly take medications that are applicable to schizophrenia, Seroquel, Zyprexa. Um, Klonopin is more for anxiety than schizophrenia. But being schizophrenic, anxiety tends to be a very big problem in schizophrenia, even though anxiety can be a separate disorder altogether. Anxiety disorders don't have to occur with schizophrenia. Um, I am a little nervous at some point that I'm going to have to go off Klonopin because it's addictive. It is a controlled substance, and it kind of makes me nervous that at some point I'm going to have to go off of it, and it won't be a tool that I will be able to use anymore. Me and my psychiatrist were talking about ending my Klonopin use at the beginning of December, and it's November 1st tomorrow. Today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm not doing anything special for Halloween. I'm too old for Halloween. But yeah, generally I'm doing better today. I hope I don't see any more cockroaches. Tomorrow I'm going to call the landlord and tell them that I have both mice and cockroaches because I was most of the time I see mice in my apartment. They're running along the edge of the wall. There's a hole in the wall that they go in and out of, which I'm going to tell my landlord about. But yesterday I was at the, or actually today I was at the kitchen sink. A fucking mouse ran across the countertop, and then fell in behind the refrigerator. I don't know how the fuck he got on the countertop in the first place. I didn't know mice could jump that high. But there you go. But anyways, tomorrow I'm going to talk to my landlord about this apartment. I need control of the mice and the cockroaches. They already sprayed once for the cockroaches. That didn't do anything. The cockroaches just grew in number. And I think I keep my apartment fairly clean. I don't think it's a dirty apartment. I don't think that's what's attracting the roaches. And I don't think that's what's attracting the mice. What's attracting the mice is that there's mice throughout the building and there's a hole in my wall. Actually, the doorway of the bathroom on the edge, there's a small opening that the mice are going in and out of to get in and out of my apartment. So I'm going to tell the landlord about that. I need pest control to come in and do something about this because it's really stressful. I really hate cockroaches and I really hate mice and I don't want them in my fucking apartment. That's not what I'm paying rent for. But anyways, I'm doing better today than I was yesterday. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want me to do a video on a specific topic, let me know in the comment section. If you want to donate to my channel, I'll leave a description for my PayPal fundraiser link in the description. And that's all for now.